When World War II ended in 1945, Germany and Austria, along with their capital cities of Berlin for Germany and of Vienna for Austria, were carved up and occupied by the Allies, divided into zones controlled by the United States, Britain, France, and the Soviet Union. So, why wasn't Japan divided the same way? The answer comes down to a mix of geography, politics, and strategy. First, geography. Japan is an island nation, unlike Germany and Austria. Dividing up a single island into different foreign-controlled zones would have been messy and complicated. It made far more sense to keep it whole. Second, political strategy. The United States, leading the occupation, wanted Japan to recover quickly and crucially. They wanted to block Soviet influence from spreading into East Asia. Dividing Japan could have opened the door to a communist foothold, just like what happened in East Germany. Third, the structure of occupation. Although the Allies, the US, UK, USSR, and China were involved in the post-war planning, the actual occupation of Japan was carried out almost entirely by the United States. General Douglas MacArthur was in full command as Supreme Commander for the Allied powers. Other allies had advisory roles, but in practice the US ran everything directly. Fourth, the surrender terms. Japan surrendered unconditionally, but the United States allowed the emperor to remain as a symbolic figure. This helped maintain national unity and prevented internal chaos that could have made dividing the country even riskier. Plus, an insurgency might have started if the US tried to remove the emperor. And finally, the other powers were in a poor position. The UK was struggling financially, and France was fighting a war in Indochina and didn't do that much anyway in the fight against Japan. Whilst the Soviets wanted to occupy a part, however, US argued that it already had its fair share with the south side of Sakhalin Island and the Kuril Islands, and China was preoccupied with its civil war, and so sending a large army to garrison a faraway place made no real sense. This meant that this only left America to occupy Japan, which is why it was never divided like Austria or Germany was. After 7 years, Japan regained its sovereignty, with most of the country returning to Japanese administration. However, the island of Okinawa remained under American control until 1972, when it finally became Japanese again.